Whether you have a small patio or maybe a big deck for your outdoor entertaining space, a little springtime design attention will make it welcoming and make it wonderful. Interior designer Melissa Reynolds has a vision for that. It's great to see you.
Thanks.
Of course, with the weather changing, we are all dreaming of days spent outdoors.
Yes.
Right now, most of my dreaming consists of leafing through the pages of these picture-perfect magazines, but we want to go real life here.
Right.
What's the real life application, Melissa, in your opinion, for outdoor living spaces?
So, like you said, we all love to spend time outside, and especially here in Utah, half of the year we're cooped up inside. So it's all about being outside with your family and taking advantage of the warm weather and just adding a little tips here and there and putting a little bit of attention and interest to your whatever space you have to make it a little bit more functional and a little bit more pretty. It's okay to make things a little pretty. They don't have to be magazine worthy.
Right.
Like, that's not attainable for the majority of us, and
Sure.
that's okay. So just a few little tweaks here and there.
Well, as we look at those magazine pictures, is there anything that, as a designer that lives here in Utah and understands our crazy Utah weather and climate, that you say, that's not practical, or that material's not practical?
Well, for sure. And like the lighter fabrics, they're beautiful. I actually have some here. But, you know, if you have kids dropping popsicles on them, they do spray off and wash, but, you know, they just get worn down more. And
you may want to consider that.
Yeah, it's just something to consider. But
I know you're coming off a recent deck design project where you put those more practical tips into play. Describe what you did.
So this design was all about making the most of the space that we had on the deck so the family could spend as much time outside as possible. When it's warm and we're able to spend time outside with our family, we want to be out there as much as we can. So it actually wasn't being utilized before at all. It was just kind of like a dead dropping zone of the kids' toys and popsicle wrappers, you know, and it was this great space that needed to be used. So I created kind of two different zones, like one side of the deck was a little dining area for them to go outside and eat and entertain.
Yes.
People like to have barbecues, you know, in the summertime you see people you haven't seen for a while.
Right.
And then on the other side there's a little sitting area with this fun hanging swing. Those are so fun right now, and they add a little bit of personality to your space.
It's on my home dream design bucket list.
They're fun.
Can I ask what your budget was for this particular project?
So it was really inexpensive. It was $500. That didn't include the swing that had already been purchased, but that got us our table, our chairs, all of the textiles, the pillows, the pots, and the fun plants. So it really, you don't have to spend a ton of money to make your space functional for your family.
Well, and like you say, just designating a space, I think, is the first step in this battle. Otherwise, it does become that drop zone for everything.
If it's like any home in your room, if it's not functional, you don't use it.
Yeah.
So same goes for outside.
We've been eyeing this little mini space, this little mini vignette you recreated. You're going to take us through kind of some, you know, easy to maybe a little more investment ideas, but all of them super doable for the at-home homeowner. Let's start with lighting. What do you recommend for lighting?
So lighting is super fun. The string lights, have you seen those?
Oh, the ones at Costco with the Edison bulb?
Yes, yes.
Cute.
They're so cute. Those are a wonderful way to add, you know, obviously when you're outdoors and it's evening and you're having a barbecue, things get dark. So those are perfect because you can extend your evening, but it also adds like a fun little element. Like, it's kind of magical to turn your lights on and
a twinkle, a sparkle.
There's
like lanterns as well?
Yes, so these lanterns are perfect. Like, you can place them on the ground here.
Okay.
These ones are actually solar powered lanterns. So
cool.
You just leave them out during the day. They charges their battery, and then you turn them on at night, and they last for hours. So these are super easy. They're practical because you don't have to worry about lighting a candle.
Yeah, and putting them on the ground is super inventive.
Put them on the ground, around your deck, your patio, around the chairs, or even on a table. That's great too. It just helps to add to the space.
You mentioned chairs, and I know one of your big tips when it comes to seating is not just to buy it, but to create it, to look for opportunities to create those gathering zones.
So the most important thing when you're thinking of doing your outdoor space is creating seating moments. Like we said before, you're not going to use that space if there's not place for you to go and hang out.
Right.
So this is a little example of just a little bistro set, you know, cute little chairs and a side table for you to put your drinks on, whatever, or some plants. This is a cute little succulent that you can put there. Decorate with your outdoor materials is great, but as many outdoor seating moments is what I like to call them. Like, hammocks are a great way to bring in more seating opportunities, and the swings are great. Any place to let people come and gather together and conversate.
We always hear the advice this time of year, you want to extend your indoors out,
Yes.
make it that inviting. But again, back to that practicality point, you can't throw everything you'd put in a living room outside.
Right.
What pieces can you pull from your indoor interiors that might inspire a better space?
So there's tons of outdoor textiles that you can use, like the rugs. This is an outdoor rug. They're super easy to clean. You just hose them off. Same with your pillows and your cushions. They help to soften up the space, which is what you want because it makes it comfortable for you. And you want to spend time out there if it's comfortable. So these, again, are super easy to clean.
I love these pillows.
Yeah, they're just outdoor materials. Like you said before with your indoor space, taking out into your outdoor space, you want to make sure that everything flows together.
Now hold on, you're saying spray these off because you really take out the hose?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Okay.
Take the hose out and spray them off and then let them sit in the sun and they dry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
I know one of your big points with the clients you work with too when designing outdoor spaces is to use the surroundings, use what you've been given as part of the theme.
So you're outside, so use the beautiful colors that are outside and use as many plants and flowers as you can. That just helps to create so much texture and interest and just softens up your space. So
and it seems outside, even if you're you have a more traditional decorating style inside your home, it seems outside is where you could kind of let loose, pull in some whimsy and have some fun.
Absolutely. There's so many fun pillows and fabric colors and rugs that can bring in some personality, and the pots, this pot is fun, it has a little floral. There's so many different ways that you can just add a little bit of attention to detail.
Yeah, accessories is a great way to do that.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
Fun time of year to do what you do. I know you're taking clients now for kind of summer design projects. How can we get in touch with you?
You can find me on brasshouseinteriors.com or on Instagram at brasshouseinteriors.
And you do a lot of e-design too.
Yes, I do e-design. That's designs that are all done online. Everything is sourced online, so it's so much more inexpensive, and then you can kind of purchase things on your own time frame, which is great for the budget.
Well, thanks for the tips today.
Thank
and good luck with your upcoming projects.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate kind of peeking in and learning from you along the way.